Welcome to the first day of the annual Novena, focusing on the founders of the Church of Quebec, who also shaped the faith and history of our Canadian country. This year, the theme of the Novena is Engaged in God's Project. We will now hear a text written by Sainte Marie of the Incarnation. Afterwards, Cardinal Gérald de la Croix will offer us his own commentary on this valuable text. We invite you now to listen carefully to the words of this audacious woman, Marie of the Incarnation, fully engaged in God's project.
I know very well that I will not go to Ontario, yet the desire to gain souls for the glory of God consumes me. I do not think about the present. Rather, I look to the future. I consider myself blessed to work to the foundation of this great establishment. You may say that at 53 of age, I am unwise to have these feelings of which I write. Think what you will, but if I was told we must now go to the Indies, to China, or to the Iroquois, I would be ready.
The great availability of Sainte Marie de l'Incarnation to commit herself to God's plan is remarkable. She did not seek the easiest paths. Her life is offered and given up so that God may use her according to His good will. She declares herself ready to do anything to collaborate in the mission of evangelization. Where does this passion come from? This deep desire to commit herself to God's project. She expresses it in a few words in one of her letters to Mother Françoise de Saint-Bernard, an Ursuline nun in Tours in France, in September of 1653. Marie de l'Incarnation writes, "The interest of the glory of God in the gain of souls consumes me. I do not look to the present, but to the future, considering myself happy to be employed in the foundation of such a great edifice." The saints have this inner certainty that their life, made available to be at the service of God's great project of salvation of the world, has so much meaning that they are ready for anything. Here I am, ready. Sainte Marie de l'Incarnation scrutinized and meditated on the gospel at length. She discovered that a life given, surrendered like Christ, bears much fruit. She is resolutely committed to this path of fruitfulness. It was she who wrote, "I must now leave to go to India, or China, or the Iroquois. I am ready." We who admire the apostolic zeal of Marie de l'Incarnation, the total gift of her life in the demanding conditions of the first hours of evangelization in New France, in the New World, are called not only to admire her, to be edified by her witness. We can allow ourselves to be challenged, to be invited to see what God is asking of us, what He is inviting us to do in order to be involved in God's project today and tomorrow. Sainte Marie de l'Incarnation, apostle in America, consecrated woman, available and generous in the service of the mission in our country. Intercede before God, so that we may be attentive to God's calls and free to commit ourselves to God's work and project in today's world. Amen.
We are grateful to Cardinal Lacroix for his insightful comment. As you just heard, Marie of the Incarnation was ready to learn a new language to better evangelize. Therefore, it is with the vocabulary of the virtual world that I invite you now, if you enjoyed it, to react to this video clip. Share it with your friends. Tomorrow, on the second day of our novena, we will meet a remarkable modern missionary. Until then, may God bless you all.